has much to learn from other humans, but I also think she has much to teach as well.
That's all for now, Lycus. Thank you.
Alright, I think we're finally ready to set sail. So yeah, I've been very pleased with this game, actually. As I've said, I think I mentioned this very early on in the playthrough. We tend to play titles that are of, lower notoriety.
Where to, Jason?
So we tend to get a lot of bad apples, but every once in a while you get a story that's really gripping and engaging, and for whatever reason, Rise of the Argonauts is just what I'm looking for.
We sail for Mycenae.
As you say.
Our plan is already. We neutralize our target, and Jason's quest will be at an end. Go. Make sure our arrangements are in order, and kill the traitor once he starts.
Didn't quite catch that. Not really sure what their plan is here, but it's the usual fare. Black Tongues are after us. They got some kind of crazy conspiracy. Okay. Oh, I'm back down to my quarters for some reason. Suppose I'll chat with everybody once more on the way out.
Have you thought why King Lycomedes did not tell you of the prophecy he received? It is because, after 10 years of hunting Black Tongues, he thought he'd eliminated the danger. When he could find no more, he believed the threat to his daughter was over.
Clearly, it wasn't.
The Black Tongues live by deceit and cunning. For every one you find, there are 10 more you would never suspect. Remember, Jason, there is not a place where men dwell that the Black Tongues do not have a presence. Even here.
Trust no one. I love what you've done with the place, Lycus.
Human cities are no place for centaurs. Far too crowded. Centaur tribes self-regulate their size. When a tribe gets too big, inevitably a young warrior will break from the Caliph and start a new one. Of course, the two tribes will be forever enemies after that, but at least our homes aren't so crowded.
That's all for now, Lycus. Thank you.
So, creating a multilinear narrative, something with branching storylines, or at least several possible directions to that storyline, always adds a layer of complexity to game design. If we had, a set order that we had to visit Saria and then Mycenae and then Kithra or whatever, you could script the dialogue more concretely. Here we have a chance to bring Lycus to Mycenae, or to bring whoever we get from Mycenae to Lycus, or to Saria, and that further complicates, just the writing and the dialogue and the voice acting, but also adds a lot to the replay value of the game, because you can play in different combinations and orders and see content that you missed before.
I'll keep her safe here while you're ashore. At some point, though, I need to get ashore myself to restock provisions.
Now, it's interesting that once we dock with a particular city, we have no option to undock until we finish the main storyline. I can't really remember if Mass Effect was like that. I don't think it was. I think Mass Effect, you could kind of stop into a main story zone, do a couple quests, and then hop back into the Normandy and do some side quests elsewhere in the galaxy. Here, you're kind of, once you pick a story zone, you better finish it.
Have you heard of the avenges?
Some sort of fire spirit.
Yes, a type of salamander, in fact. They appear as tongues of flame amidst the masts and rigging of ships. They were with us last night.
An auspicious sign, I've heard.
I would say doubly so, given this island is aligned with Ares, whose symbol is a fiery torch. I take it to mean that we were right to come here, that we'll find favor with Ares on Mycenae.
hope you haven't misread the signs. The people here will not be pleased to see me. Should they decide to burn this ship to ash and timber, it will give new interpretation to your fire sprites.
Then I pray my skills of divination are not wrong. For all our sakes.
I'll be fine.
I worry how King Lycomedes will welcome you. Have you thought of what you'll say to him?
I haven't yet chosen the words, but her death is my responsibility.
I was there. I know you're not at fault. But truth travels like a fasting pilgrim. It loses much of itself along the way. I'm afraid you will find few friends here, Jason.
Let's hope that Lycomedes, if not a friend, is at least not an enemy.
Oh, I missed a conversation between Atalanta and Hercules. Oh well.
Pan said there are tens of thousands of humans on Mycenae.
The city is large. Not as big as Athens, but a major port.
Athens? How many live there?
100,000. Perhaps 2.
200,000? So many. How does one live among such a herd?
There are some who prefer the life of the metropolis.
Do you?
In the stories I've heard of cities, there is much to marvel at. The great works of builders and artisans. The industry and innovation of men and women. In the end, though, Iolcus is big enough for me. There's space enough for all, and people know their neighbors there.
That sounds more to my liking.
Mycenae will give you a taste of city life. Perhaps you'll think differently when you see what it has to offer.